Yeah, this is TERENA HINES. I was basically, and I'm gonna put out a lot of my stories that I write. I'm gonna put them out. Eventually, I'm gonna put them out to everybody and stuff, and it won't be no confusion because the first thing I'm gonna say is I was in Tucson, Arizona, staying in apartments, and some of my stuff was copyrighted by invaders, and some of them invaders I did not know about. I did like a civil rights song, and I noticed that some other dark skinned, dark brown skinned, black, unattractive woman had written the same thing or wanted to do the same thing as me. My text messages were hacked in my phone. It was a lot of things. It was one thing after another. My children was taken in Tucson, Arizona. um, I noticed that every time I eat, my head will hurt because it was things that some of these landlords was doing to me in my apartment because some of them didn't like black people. Okay. I was living next door to white people, Mexican. It was like it was never a black person around me. I've been having problems with Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO, plus his stats of being called the broke black girl. It's been one discrimination after another, and I'm just so sick of it. I told my mother I don't want to live in Tucson, Arizona. I don't want to go back to Facebook. She said, well, delete Facebook. Don't go back on there then. It was a lot of things that was going on me that made me really unhappy. She said, just stop living in the past of talking about Tucson, Arizona now because you are leaving. And she said, I'm going to make sure that things happen the way it's supposed to happen because you did everything right. And it was like they were saying things about me being a drug addict. I was crazy. I'm mentally unstable in Tucson. It was just a lot of things they were saying. They didn't even call me a good mother. And they thought that I was single all the time because my husband was out there cheating. No, my husband's name is Emily's House. That is my husband. That is my reality. I used to have a best friend named Nicole Macklin that I grew up with 1996. We were 12 years old at the time. And she never knew that I was in a law organization. She never knew my talent. She never knew that I was a clarinet player. I was an entertainer. She never knew that. She never knew about my school because I never bragged about it to Nicole Macklin. I never wore my talent on my sleeve. I didn't make it obvious. I was the type that would just get to know my friend for who she is, have fun with her, enjoy her. I didn't talk about the background of what my education background. I didn't talk about the backings of where I come from with her. I didn't tell her that some of my family members were celebrities. I didn't tell her none of that. And the reason why is because I wanted her to get to know me. I wanted to get to know her. And that's why I never really talked to none of my friends about what I did. And some of my friends they went to school to know I was friends with Shanice L. Sanders. We was friends since Nash Elementary. We've been friends for a very long time. Her name is Shanice L. Sanders. We were in Chicago, Illinois. I used to go to Nash Elementary. It's right down the street from Superior. Okay, if you know Chicago very well, then you would know that I was a West Sider just by naming those streets. Okay, it's certain streets that you go by that we name. Like, okay, she's a real West Sider. Yes, I am. I'm not lying about where I come from or who I am. And I went to Pima Community College, the West Campus, and I still owe a little money to Pima Community. I still owe like $400 just for me to go back. That's why I haven't went back to school. College. I haven't went back there. I went to school in Chicago, Illinois. I went to East West University. I went to uh, Illinois Schools to Have Careers for a medical assistant diploma. A diploma I didn't really finish playing on. I didn't really finish paying on because I didn't know how to get in contact with them. But anyway, I did a lot of schooling. I did a lot of schooling. I took a lot of subjects. I did what I was supposed to have done. Some of the things I did was street, but that don't matter. Street life don't really matter as long as you know where you want to be in your life. As long as you know where you're going in your life. Don't make the streets your life. So that's what I did. I went to school because I didn't want to make whatever I did out there in the streets during my prostitute whole days. I didn't want to make that my whole life. No. A lot of them women come up dead. They come up bruised. They go through so much. And I didn't want to make that my life. The only reason why I did the whoring life that I did on the side was because I had to feed my child, Ty J. James. I was living in a shelter in Chicago, domestic violence shelter. And my mother left. And my family members, I didn't really want to be around like that because I was always on my own. I was always distant, you know. I never really wanted to have my family members involved in any type of things that I did that was dirty. If I do anything dirty, I don't involve my friends and family members. No, I don't. I take responsibility for myself, and that is what I do. And again, my zodiac is an Aquarius. We are known to be a low people. We are known to be independent. We're known to be very talented. And I wanted to get there. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I stayed in acting. I stayed in music. I stayed into music. I was a band player. I did all of that. And I did that all the way from elementary school to high school, then on to college acting, being an actress. And I'm hell of a good at it. I had my rewards. I did what I had to do. So my life was not a lie. I have schools to back that up. I have education backers to back that up of why I own UAOE Arts Entertainment. Because I was an entertainer. I probably was not out there like those celebrities. Some of them celebrities didn't even go to school. Some of them celebrities, they were using people they knew. Some of them celebrities ain't even professional really. When you talk about professional, you talking about school. And that's what I keep telling my son, Ty J. Stop thinking that all these celebrities are professional. Professional people go to school. It may take a little longer, but I will get there. Again, my name is TERENA Hines. I have to go. I have things to do this morning.